Hello, welcome back. Today we're gonna continue where we left off and such, and see if maybe we can make it to the end of the chapter. I don't know how long this chapter is. Like, I'll be honest, like I've gotten like three parters of a single episode, and it's just continually on just chapter one and such. I will see if this might be towards the end. I think I've done this before with Lagoon Lounge, so we'll just have to see. Anyway, let's keep going. The meals in the dining hall are definitely more eccentric than they are extravagant. First, there's the colors. They're different from the plain colored food I'm used to. Not sure what ingredients they use, but all the dishes are different colored sauces that glisten in the dining hall's linings. Every time I hear the word dining hall, I'm just reminding of the dining hall. And for some reason, in freaking Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Don't ask why, I'm just thinking about that again. But I've also been playing a lot of Engage currently, so that's probably why. Not only that, but each dish is absolutely swimming in sauce. Is this what meals are like in the city? Are they like eating curry or something like that, or what? One that particularly caught my attention, a fried fish garnished with large greens, was covered in a poisonous-looking colored sauce. Poisonous, you say? Let's move on from that. When I timidly try it, I'm surprised by the familiar taste of berry sauce even I know of. Getting to try fish like... Sorry, I just... Something was obscuring my screen. Getting to try fish like this for the first time makes me glad I have a curiosity and ingenuity for seafood. Blech. Ingenuity for seafood. That's how you say it. There's something wrong with your mouth? You haven't ate much. No, not at all. This is just my first time eating something like this. I'm trying a bit of each one. They're all so good. I don't think there's anything special about it. Really? Even though it's... extravagant? It's so extravagant? What do you usually eat? Don't look so sorry for me. I'll have you know, I had good food too. I've had a lot of fish, being from a fishing family and all, but I've never had it like this before. Oh yeah, you said you were born in a fishing village, right? Does that mean you've gone on fishing trips? I'm a fisherman, so of course I have. I often helped out too. It's fine during the summer, but the winters are cold. You even went out during winter? I mean, you kind of have to, right? Some fishermen work in town then, but we fish all year long and stay on the boat through the whole winter. Well, that's... Not only is it cold, but there's a risk of falling in the ocean and freezing to death. That does not sound fun. The sea can be pretty scary during winter. Freeze to death? Oof. I don't even want to think about that. Grant and Oscar seem to be interested in my life in the country and ask me all sorts of questions. From my perspective, this kind of urban lifestyle is much more exciting. As I fill their curious minds with tales of country living, I suddenly hear a voice behind me. Oh boy, I bet I know who it might be. Called it. May I have a seat next to you? Oh, sure. Wait! Oh, and that guy too. His face is being blocked by the menu. That's funny. Can you hide that? Oh, you can hide. Okay, cool. Time. I knew that voice sounded familiar. It's Prince Theo. I gasp when I see his face. Great. The prince, along with some Harshreich students, cronies, take the vacant seats at our table. I was not prepared to read tonight. Well, if it isn't His Majesty the Prince, did you have a change of heart and come to suck Suck up to Seppi after hearing about his power? Phrasing. Anyway, Grant twirls his fork around as he takes a shot at Prince Theo. This is the only table with enough open seats. Who would willingly sing us to filth like you? Jesus. Oh, that's right. You can't go anywhere without your minions. Watch your mouth. Disgusting saliva is flying everywhere. Grant, settle down. Let's just relax and eat. Oscar calms Grant down. Prince Theo ignores him and starts eating. Hey, you. Me? Am I talking to anyone else? He shoves only his eyes toward me and he brings some penne up to his mouth. He's eating pasta, got it. Don't let it get to your head. I may not know what this hidden ability is. What I do know is that how well you can use it is all that matters. I mean, yeah. You were raised in a rundown hamlet, playing with animals and insects. I doubt you can master that precious ability of yours. Pfft. Bullshit! You play with fish, not animals. Fish are animals, Grant. Oh my god, you really are a himbo. Really is a himbo, oh no. One of my weaknesses. The prince completely ignores Grant's puzzling rebuttal and continues, great. I don't know what this ability of yours is, but the things a true knight needs are fencing skills, education, and dignity. Don't forget that. What voice did I give this guy? That's right, you're completely out of your league. You want to talk about being a dignified knight? Does that include spitting on a hike like me? On a hick like me? What was that? The kind of knight I respect. He wouldn't do that. Aren't knights supposed to help the weak and stand up to the strong? Oh my. Is the commoner going to give me, the Prince of Harshrike, the lecture on knighthood? Seriously, what voice did I give this guy? I forgot. Know your place. No, you wouldn't be able to speak to him. Prince? Commoner? Can you talk to anyone without bringing up positions and ranks? Well, we're talking right now, Theo. How would you like that? Damn. Oops, I lost my temper and started yelling. I noticed everyone around me is silent. I wonder why. I look around and see everyone staring at me, especially the harsh reach students. They look like they can't believe someone dared to defy Theo. What's with all this fuss in the middle of dinner? I remember the voice I give this guy. Professor, I know you have your reasons, but I'm not impressed that you are already fighting on the first day of school. I'm sorry. Well, the Knights College is also a place to learn lessons such as this. I'll overlook it this time. More importantly, let's enjoy this delicious food. It would be rude to the chefs who made it if we didn't. Yes. That just happened. Thanks to Professor Celio diffusing the situation, we avoided things escalating. But snapping like that put a big target on my back. I hope things don't get worse between Frontail and Harshrike students. I really hope I'm saying that word right. Ugh, I screwed up. After dinner, we leave the dining hall, return to the dorms, and go to the bathroom together. What are you talking about? That was so cool! Yeah, I couldn't put it better myself. Really? But I even made the professor mad. It's not your fault. Theo started it. I think that was you. More importantly, I'm sorry I didn't stand up for you more. No, that's fine. Things get out of control when everyone starts running their mouths. It was probably about to turn to a real fight. That would have sucked. I think I screwed up in that sense. I shouldn't just say whatever comes to mind. I look forward to the urinal as I reflect on how I handled things. The tense mood during dinner. How I wasted Professor Celio's time getting him involved. There must have been a better way. But what you said really opened my eyes. Huh? What did I say? I think he means what you said about not being able to speak without positions. Without positions and ranks being brought up. Yes, that! Oh, what about it? I mean, I was wondering if we'd been discriminating against you without realizing it too. We gave you an earful about how strange it is that a rural fisherman was accepted into the Knights College. In that way, we're no better than Prince Theo. Exactly! That's what I wanted to say too! That's all you ever say. Shut up! I see. I don't mind talking about where I come from with you two at all. What? Really? I'd rather you guys be interested and ask lots of questions than just think I'm weird. Don't people usually like talking about where they come from? I enjoy seeing your surprised reactions. Oh, so we should just talk about you like anyone else? Of course. And I'd like to ask things about you two as well. I think it's great that we're interested in each other. Um, Out of context, that line could mean something completely different in context. Funny enough. I see. Oh, naturally, I think we all have things we don't want to talk about. It's all about whether or not you can be respectful. Okay, we should bring drinks next time. Then nothing will be off limits. There's still so much we don't know about each other. Alcohol is for times like this. That seems like a bad idea. Don't get alcohol involved. You can get alcohol here? Beats me. They didn't say we can't, right? I'm not certain we can, but I'm sure we can find some somewhere. Probably steal one for one of the professors and such. I think I already know who. Let's go find it. We'll drink it in our room as soon as we do. Fine. I'll try asking a professor too. You got it. I think we already know who. I like how it's Grat. It's so cute. Look at that. Oh, I thought it was the end of the chapter. I was like, oh god. After finishing dinner, the students returned to their rooms. Grant and I have parted ways with Oscar back in our room. Hey, which bed do you want? The first thing we must do is unpack and decide on some rules. Knowing things like how much luggage to bring to the college is simple enough, but it's essential to set boundaries so we don't step on each other's toes. Which one do you want? Either way is fine with me. I'll take the one by the door. That way it'll be easier when I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I read that too fast. Sure, mine will be the one on the back wall then. So this one, basically. That was easier than I expected, but I didn't lean one way or the other anyways. Now all there's left to do is sleep. You aren't taking a bath? I told you I hate baths. But they have so many facilities here. Wouldn't it be a waste not to use them? Not the ones I hate. Go invite someone else if you want to go that badly. I ain't going. Someone else? Oscar's the only person besides you. Okay, so we get a little bit of information here. It's fun. At the end of each day at the Knights College, a bath conversation will occur, allowing you to bathe with a character of your choosing. Oh my god. In bath conversations and normal conversations, likability may increase depending on your choice of card. If you raise all the likability, you'll be able to see the epilogue with that character after clearing the main story. Interesting. You can check the likability from the chapter menu. Check it from time to time. And once you have completed a chapter, the skipped choice option will be added to your when you play it again. This will allow you to jump ahead or back to points in the story where choices are made. Oh, neat. This is useful for things such as finding cards you missed or making another selection for a bath conversation. Please make use of its convenience. Blech. So who should I invite? I do kind of want to convince him. Like, can we just actually drag him? Just like, no, come with me. Let's see. Come on, Grant. Are you sure you don't want to go? I already told you. I want to get to know you better, Grant. What better way than... Do I even want to read this out loud? The naked socialization. First he bluntly refuses, but now that I brought up getting to know each other, he doesn't seem to put up as much of a fight. Fine. Just for today. I ain't going tomorrow. Yeah, well, let's go then. Am I going to censor anything here? No, thankfully there's a cloth right there. So, we're good. We're good. Yeah, thankfully I don't think there's any, like, lewd parts here, but this is close enough. Nice. Oh, no one's here. See? Baths aren't popular. Just happen to be empty right now. It's fine. I feel like it's a bad time to mention that this is basically just what it keeps getting brought up in Fire Emblem lately for some reason, specifically in like the ones that I've played. Where anytime you just like conversate with Camilla, like for some reason hot springs are brought up. Like honestly, this just reminds you of that. I'm pretty sure there was a sauna in 3 houses, but I never got that DLC, so yeah. This feels amazing. It's so hot. How was your day, Grant? I thought there'd be more to do. That was loud. Oh, it's only the first day. I'm still a little curious about that ability of yours. I am too. Don't act like it's someone else's problem. But it really just came out of nowhere. You can say that again. Well, there's no way I'm gonna lose when it comes to fencing. I'm not that confident in myself. You're not a very competitive guy? You're not a very competitive guy. That's just how I am. But I'm glad I got some friends right now from day one. Oh? You were worried about that? You weren't? Nope. Making friends comes naturally to me. I could use some of that positivity. But I think we'll be best buds too. Really? Because you remind me of an old friend who died a long time ago. You lost a friend? Well, that happened. I wonder if he's seen that old friend in me. Interesting conversation ender. Yay! After taking a bath, I returned to my room and Grantley and I each get in our beds back. Go get Oster to come back. I want to talk until I get sleepy. I'm already tired. Must have been from getting rocked around by the carriage for so long. You're more worn out than I expected. Let's just go to sleep already. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Alright then. Oh yeah, before I forget. You want to hear this? You want to wear these, Sebby? Because he's a loud snorer, that's why. Get earplugs. Wait, are these earplugs? What he threw at me were earplugs and what seemed to be high quality. Blech. Didn't I mention it earlier? I snore really bad. No, just try not to snore. I don't do it because I like it. Sorry, but just do this for me. Eh. Good night. Hey! Immediately after that, I can hear the sound of him breathing in his sleep. I know he was tired, but that was ridiculously quick. Then the sound gets louder and louder before too long. He's full on sawing logs. Can't say he didn't warn me. So it was the right thing that to not have Grant and Oscar in the same room. I'm sure he wouldn't put up with this. But when I reluctantly put on the earbuds he gave me, the sound of snoring is surprisingly difficult to hear. No, it's not just difficult to hear, it's like he's not snoring at all. I see. He knew it was going to be annoying, so he must have gotten some expensive high-quality earplugs in advance. Well, since he was so considerate... Okay, we're good. When I close my eyes in the silence, I do fall asleep almost immediately. I guess I really was tired from all that traveling. Can't speak! A lot has happened, but thus ends my first day at Knight's College. And I think this is the end of the chapter, hopefully, I think. Is it? No?
You Saison Marguerite.
Alright, part 2, let's go. Whew. Everyone's on time, We're off to a good start. We ought to commemorate this with our first lecture. I may have touched on this during orientation yesterday, but let me briefly explain the formation of Frontale Knights College. I already know about that. Grant drowsily replies. Is he trying to get him to stop talking about things that will make him even more sleepy? Then this is a review. The fundamentals are important after all. Hey Zebby, this is probably going to be so boring I'll fall asleep. Look me up if I do. But it's only the first day! Despite Grant's complete lack of motivation, Professor Stilo begins the lecture. First, there is this country, Frontale. It is a prosperous nation with a long coastline, plentiful resources, and thriving trade. I almost said a different type of word, and I do not want to bring that up. Excuse me. Next, here in the middle of Craig Island, are the Central Frontale Knights, considered the best knights in the world, you know? And then there is the training school belonging to them, the Frontale Knights College. It's also where you all are now. So with that, shall we move on to the discussion of knights? What is a knight in the first place? We must reaffirm that before anything else. First, most countries are endowed with two apparatuses. Okay. Sorry. Two apparatuses of violence. One is the army for external conflicts. The other is the police for internal affairs. Interesting. So where does that leave knights? Would you care to explain for everyone, Grantley? Beef. Stew. He's asleep. Hey. Knights have the roles of authority of both the army and the police. Not only that, but they have the privilege of cross-national mobility. Interesting. After there not seeming to be any questions, Professor Sealer resumes his explanation. Knights can unconditionally enter and exit other countries. In other words, they can intervene in any affair or conflict without being bound by territory or jurisdiction. Does jurisdiction really have a D in it? I didn't realize that. Generally, a knight's job is to travel the world and solve incidents by making free use of one's skills and connections. but please try to consider them as another country's army and police that just happened to have the freedom to cross borders. It's strange, isn't it? Such things are normally not permitted, but knights can. To compensate for that, the number of knights allowed is severely limited by an international treaty to avoid the threat of invasions. This naturally raises questions. Why are they allowed such an absurd amount of power? Why are such global organizations needed? There are a few complex reasons for this. Let's discuss those at a later date. So, any questions so far? Grantly, he's not even tried to stay awake anymore. Grant has completely entered sleep mode. It's only a matter of time until he starts snoring. Are my talks that boring? Maybe it's not such an interesting topic. Nah, don't feel bad, dude. I thought it was interesting. Professor CeeLo shows a downhearted expression. It's almost so sad I can't bear to look at it. Oof. No one is asking anything. But are there really no questions? Or is it like Grant said, it's common knowledge, so why ask questions now? But I'm finally in one of his lectures. There's a lot I want to ask. May I ask a question? There's a lot I don't understand. Of course. Please do not don't hesitate. I almost I almost said do not hesitate, and I was like, I know the reason why. Are there only 16 of us Frontail students? Because the Frontail Knights only hire 16 people a year? No, that is not the case. Just as international students have come here from Harshrake, there are students from our country studying abroad. And not only are grades of the college hired. Graduates of the college hired. We also do direct hires. Direct hires are mainly found through scouting. This is the case for both Professor Dayrich and myself. However, not only are a very small amount of people selected this way, but naturally a high degree of skill is required. It's much more difficult than going through the Knights College route. So you and Professor Dayrich were just that good, huh? Well, I suppose that's one way of putting it. He says it with an air of confidence. Hey, I brought his mood back up. That's cute. I'm sure he can back that confidence up, given the fact that he has become president of the Knights College at such a young age. The thing a scout looks for more than anything else is specialization. Hold on, let me reposition myself. Those who are professionals in their field tend to be scouted the most. So like you for being a teacher? For example, Professor Dayrich's former career as a pirate was used to maintain security and protect traders in territorial waters. That explains why he kind of looks like a pirate. I don't think I've even mentioned that before, like he did kind of look like a pirate. Territorial waters, for some reason it was hard for me to say. Weren't there any objections to authorize an ex-pirate to be a knight? There was backlash, of course, but territorial waters were quite dangerous at the time. So they fought fire with fire. The wolf knows what the ill beast thinks, you know? Can't try that again because I think I fucked up that line. The wolf knows what the ill beast thinks, you know? That is also a role knights need to play. Let's see. I don't know why I keep comparing this to Fire Emblem. After more detailed discussions, Professor CeeLo's lecture came to an end. By the time the bell rang, Grant was completely awake as well. Most of the students seemed to have already heard all this, but it was my first time, so I enjoyed it. It's Grantley! Look at him! You got knights. Jeez, how long is this chapter? I swear to God. Oh my god. I could keep going for a little while. Let's go. After lunch, it's time for afternoon training. With wooden swords given to us from Professor Dayrich, We had practice in the style of a simple tournament. He said it was to measure our fencing skills. Nice try, Oscar. You too. You got knocked out right away. Yeah, everyone's so strong. We both we both lost in the first round. Both of us had Hajrik students as opponents, so it was completely one-sided. I was okay at fencing practice in my village, though. I was good enough to pass the exam, but I'm completely hopeless. No, Oscar, it's fine. The Harshrike students are just built different, aren't they? I love that line. I know. I got a little freaked out, and he overpowered me. Maybe they have a different motivation because they're studying abroad. Is fencing not really your thing? Not being my thing is an understatement. I'm not just bad at it, I hate it. Oh, really? Even though I keep up with it to protect people, I don't like causing harm. Even the smallest mistake, being able to break a bone, makes me scared and not want to do it. I know a friend who's similar to this. I actually have a friend who's kind of similar to this. Like, the thought of hurting someone is enough to basically make them pass out. It's like, oof. So, this is a real thing. But I have no choice. Can't avoid swords if you want to be a knight. I mean, if magic was a thing in this universe, you could have studied to be a mage. That way you didn't have to worry about that and just restrict movement instead. Yeah. As Oscar and I are talking, we hear cheering. It seems Grant has won the semifinal match. Nice! He's amazing, isn't he? We should cheer for him. You're right. Go for it, Grant! Grant's opponent for the finals is Theo's attendant, Herman. I guess him always being at the prince's side isn't just for show. He really knows his way around a sword, too. Fight! Yeah! As soon as the match begins, the two swords violently clash together. Oh, jeez, the whole screen shaked. Grant swipes through a momentary gap and lands a heavy blow on Herman. Ugh! Herman falls to the ground. Professor Dayrich immediately puts a stop to the fight. It was settled in the blink of an eye. Ouch! Sorry, I swung a little too hard. You okay? Shut up. Don't act all friendly just because you happen to win. What a salty bitch. He swats away Grant's outreached hand. What, you want an apology? Thus, the fencing skill measurement tournament came to an end. The champion is Grant, and Herman is the runner-up. The top ranks under them are mostly Harshrike students. That was over in an instant. Grant is just that strong, huh? The more different your skill level is, the faster the match ends. Yeah, this kind of felt like a dev giveaway, and so was the outfit. Definitely pirate vibes. I see. So it's kind of fitting I'm giving the voice that I give him. Yarr! I could try and make it sound more pirate-like. As he writes our names on a list, Professor Dayrich looks us over as we sit on the ground after the tournament. Nice work! Now I have a good idea of the extent of your skills. I still don't, Professor Dayrich. Huh? Isn't Theo gonna fight too? Of all the students, there was just one who didn't participate in the fencing tournament and watched from the sides. The Harshrike student, Prince Theo. Oh, you don't know, Theo is... I know, he's ridiculously strong, right? That makes you want to fight him even more. Really giving Raphael vibes. I gotta fight to be strong. I don't mind. It'd be nice to have a real match. Wait, but... Theo wants to also. Come on! It'll be an exhibition match. Fine. Yes, you're on, Theo. Fine. Theo steps aside from the sideline, takes off his jacket, and picks up a sword. What a moron, he's gonna regret this. Herman, who had returned after being defeated by Grant, mutters to himself, Fight! And Professor signaled the two of them collide. The sound of the wooden swords hitting and rubbing against each other ring out. I think it meant to say rung out like a concert. Or ring out like a concert. I don't know. I'm dyslexic, can't tell. However, that concert is short-lived, as the match quickly becomes one-sided. Yeah, I figure as much. Grant just barely manages to defend against Theo's sharp and intense onslaught. What do you think? Had enough? Theo even seemed to be toying with him. Grant, who had a complete and total victory over Herman, is treated like a child. Oh shit. It's going all anime-like. Ah, damn it! I was admiring the fucking cutaway similar to like a critical hit and shit. Theo doesn't miss the gap Grant created when he tries to counter. Ah. He spins his body much faster than he had been doing before. Lands a powerful counterattack on Grant's stomach. Ouch. The quick flash of murderous intent makes a dull, unpleasant cracking sound. Grant's body floats in the air for a moment from the impact, then passively sinks down. Hey! That's enough! Stop! Professor Dieterich puts a stop to the match, then rushes over to Grant. Grant! He crunches over and vomits on the ground. Oh, God. Oscar and I also run over to him out of concern. Oi! Let me see your stomach. Professor Dieterich lifts Grant's body, some pieces of wood to... Oh! Wow. It seems some of the wooden armor he was wearing had been broken. Shit. Is that cracking sound his armor breaking? The armor he speaks of doesn't usually break and does its job. How hard do you hit him to make it break like this? Hey, are you okay? Can you talk? Just a lot of grunting. Okay. My bones probably are too. Got the wind knocked out of him, but he seems to be able to speak. You're a sturdy guy. Professor Dieterich sighs with relief, then turns around with a fierce expression. Theo, were you trying to kill him? He won't die. He has armor on. As you can see, he's quite alive. That's not the problem. This is just supposed to be training. What did you say about a few injuries? I remember you being quite approving of getting hurt while training. I wasn't talking about doing more damage than necessary. You gotta control yourself. Oh my. What a demanding professor. Oi, don't get cocky, Your Majesty. You might be the strongest among the students, but you're nothing compared to me. You want me to make it clear who's on top right now? Finally, a real exhibition. The situation in the field has reached a boiling point. Students around me are frightened. Even I don't know what to do. However, Grant is the one who unexpectedly breaks attention. Please wait, Professor Dieterich! Grant raises his voice as he spits out the remaining vomit. Ew! Ellie got beat in a fight. I started. This is just a contest. This isn't about you now. I need to teach this guy a lesson. Jesus. Please, Professor. Let me settle a score for what happened today myself. Grant is desperate to stop him for some reason. I seem to have brought Professor Dieterich back to his senses. Fine. He's just so worked up about it. Even though you two agreed, I still shouldn't have allowed it. I take responsibility for that. How boring. I mean, all you have to do is just kick the man in the balls. I say that all the time. Like, if you want to really teach someone a lesson, just play dirty. That's all you gotta do. I'm just saying, like, if you ever want to teach someone a lesson for being a dick, just literally, kick or punch them in the dick. With that, training ended, and we were supposed to return to our rooms. Blech. Grant, who beat everyone in the tournament, was powerless against Theo. Theo is just that good. He really does have the skills to back up that arrogant attitude. Great. At first, Grant needed help with walking by leaning on shoulder. We had fully recovered by the time we got back to the dorm. Professor Dayrich was right. He really does seem to have a sturdy body. However, Oscar and I are careful to choose our words, just in case getting beaten black and blue is still fresh in his mind. Keep your chin up, Grant. You shouldn't feel sad. You were really strong out there. I'm not sad, just disappointed. Grant yells, his voice bounces off the walls of the dorm's hallway. That son of a bitch! I wanted to punish him with my sword for those horrible things he said to Sebby. Wait, you did that because of me? Grant, so the whole reason he challenged Theo was to fight for my sake. I would have never imagined. How was it even a fight? I never thought he'd be so strong. I was annihilated. Grant. Hey, why were you so desperate to stop Professor Dayrich from fighting them? Because if he won and I lost, it looked like I needed a guardian to take care of me, wouldn't it? That'd be so lame. So that's why. I guess that's the kind of answer I expected from you. But I'll definitely beat him someday. I can't just leave it like this. Well, you should try to relax while you're like this, right? Right. Thank you for getting angry for my sake, Grant. Thus, Theo made his strength clear. The first day of training came to an end. Alright, we're gonna do this next episode. Holy shit. Holy shit, this is still the first chapter, man. I'm gonna stop right here. What an interesting encounter. Seriously, how long is this chapter?
And you, Shay Van Buren.